We have Jeff Israel Ndiwa, who is a life coach and a mentor as well, and he's talking to us about, bringing out the best in you, the warrior in you. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, Mikali. How are you?
I am fantastic. Yourself?
Awesome, awesome. I'm grateful.
I am happy to have you on the show. Karibu sana.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we're talking about something that I think is important for everybody who's tuned in today.
Yes.
Yes.
So, humanity has a gift from God, really, to become anything that they decide to be.
Yes.
All of us have that opportunity. You can be anything you decide to be, but the decision is yours.
Ooh.
So, yeah, we have that capacity to decide who do you want to be, and it's a clean slate every day, and you get to decide. No one can make that decision for you. The patterns I've seen working with people in the last 15 years is that people decide to be small. People decide a limit on who they can become in this life. And so the awareness that I have, the capacity to decide, make the decision, who do I want to be?
Yeah.
That is a blessing.
I think it is. And what I'm picking up is how I am my own hindrance, to becoming the best version of myself. So the buck stops with me. If I allow myself to be, then I will be. And if I don't, then it's all on me.
Yes. And all of us are responsible
Yes.
to decide. Yeah.
Okay. You also talk about, the inner warrior. Who is that? What is that?
So the inner warrior is now that part of you that is unstoppable.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, the part of you that walks into a relationship and says, I got this. The part of you that walks into a job and says, I decide I'm going to be here. I make that decision from deep within. The inner warrior is inside of, that's what we call it, the inner warrior. The part of self that is unstoppable.
Well, Jeff, how do we fish that part of me out, part of everybody out? Because you said everybody has it in them. How do we fish it out?
So the first thing we call it is acceptance. Accepting yourself. That's what you said at the beginning. Accepting yourself brings out that inner warrior, awakens that part of you that has been rejected by the world. Because just because the world has rejected you, doesn't mean that you reject yourself.
That is true.
Yeah, so from 4 years of age, some of us have gone through stories of rejection. We've knocked doors that were closed and doors that refused to open. Let me tell you that doesn't define you. You define yourself. So the first thing is loving you no matter what, and accepting yourself in spite of. So you put your head, your heart at the side. Even though I'm going through this moment right now, I totally love and accept myself. Even though the world find it this way, I totally love myself. So it comes from that place of love, loving yourself. You are the mirror to the world on the way the world is supposed to be.
Okay.
Then from there, take responsibility. Say, okay, whatever is happening in my life right now, I participate. Because what people do is you can accept yourself, but then refuse part of you. Refuse to accept a part of you.
Yeah.
That's where we make the biggest mistake. So you need to accept whatever it is that you're going to end your story, your path, accept it. And say, at this moment, now I can decide how my life is going to be going forward. I can that decision. So you begin from that place of acceptance that you're okay right now. Everything that has happened to you, give it that permission to have a room in your life, because guess what? God will not allow anything to come your way that has no purpose in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally love when you say that. You also talk about, like human needs. So I've already accepted myself and I'm taking responsibility of the things and the decisions that I'm making in my life. This could be positive and negative. So if things go wrong, I need to own up and learn from that instead of hating the things that I did or hating a part of myself that allowed me to do that. So you just pick on the lessons and be like, this was bad. I'll not do that again. I've picked up my lessons from this and I'll take responsibility of that.
Yes. And now from there, you get to understand yourself, Mikali. You get to understand as a human being, you have needs. And there's a reason you act the way you act. Now you're taking control of your life as a warrior. Because if you don't understand yourself, you not expect other people to understand you. So you begin to understand what are these core needs that really drive us to behave the way we behave, so that now I can make my future better. I can make my future better than the way I've been in the past.
Yeah.
So the six human needs, I have to understand that I am driven by the need to be sure of myself, the need for certainty. All of us, we do what we do because we have this innate need to be sure of ourselves. That's why we have our jobs. That's why we get into relationships, is because we want to be sure of ourselves. Some of these needs are higher in men than women. Like men are very higher, they have a higher need for certainty than women. The other need is the need for love and connection. You guess well, women have a higher need for love and connection. And then you go to the need for significance. You want to feel important. This is why you do the things that you do, is that you want to feel important in this life. And if you're not important, really, nothing else is important. There are people who make our career more important than we are. And so now you begin to understand, this is how I function. I do the things I do because I have these needs: certainty, love, connection, to feel important, the need to grow, the need to contribute. These are the needs that drive me to do the things that I do. And from that moment, now you cannot be defined by other people, because you know why you do what you do. People cannot ask you questions. Why are you working there? You're meeting a need. And now, if you take it deeper, there are levels of meeting your need, which determine your means.
A little bit. I think I lost you for a second there.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Back.
Sorry, I lost you. Come again.
I'm saying just take it back to there are levels to the things that you need. I think that's where I lost you at. Yes.
Yeah. So there are levels of meeting our needs as human needs. Okay. The first level is negative. There are some of us that use our needs against ourselves. I call it self-hate. Like, you can meet the need for certainty by doing things that, by fighting other people to assert yourself, by walking on other people's heads to feel, you're man enough or woman enough. You're meeting your need, but from a negative perspective. Ultimately, you not feel happy about yourself. Then the need for significance, that people feel important, also by either positively, negatively, or neutral. So there are those levels of meeting your needs, but all of us have these 6 human needs that we cannot help but leave them out as long as we are human, because every human being has 6 human needs that drive us. But then the distinction is, how do I meet, what is the vehicle that I use to meet this need? Like, how do I get my certainty going forward from this moment? How do I get my certainty? I can decide to be a great person that leaves a legacy on the planet. And that gives me a sense of positive certainty and positive significance. I can decide to connect with myself, or build connections that are valuable to me. Now I'm taking over my life. Now I'm driving my destiny. I'm not waiting for things to happen to me or to drive me a certain direction. There are people, life happens to them. And we call that, a victim stage or victim mindedness. As a warrior, you make life happen. Now, you cannot make life happen if you don't understand yourself. So it begins with that place of understanding your 6 human needs and where you're meeting them. Then raise the standard. Meet them from a positive, high place. And some of us, we realize later that all the success we've gathered and, all that becoming great has been driven by a negative need to prove a point to other people. Really, that's not living. You begin to live now by your terms as a warrior, and you begin to decide, okay, it's not about anyone. This is my life, and I begin it right now to live it by my terms. And you decide what those terms are, and that story can change anytime. It's a matter of decision.
Absolutely. I think it was a very powerful conversation that we've just had, Jeff. Like, because you first stated that it's up to me. It's up to me, and you still insist on that. It's up to me. How do I want to get there? And if I'm getting there by stepping on other people's heads, then I will not be happy. It's not fulfilling. It is one of those things that, it's just wrong, immoral, illegal, or whatever. It's not morally right for you to do that. So you might want greatness, but then how are you getting there? I am looking forward to having another conversation with you. But our time right now is up. Kindly, you could share with us your social media handles.
Yes, thank you so much, Mwikali, and I'm so happy to be here and having this conversation with you. So you can get me on YouTube, Breakthrough with Jeff. Breakthrough with Jeff. Zero limits. You can get me there on YouTube. We will connect. Looking forward to connect with you. Thank you.
Asante Sana, Jeff. We're going to take a very short commercial break. We'll be right back.